Okay, Grinks. Okay, going to cats are acting up. I threw my concentration off. Going to messages and to the Q&A. All right, blessings. Here we go. Blessings. Greetings to you, Archangel Michael. Blessings. Sending you healings for this year. Yes, the year has not quite activated yet. It is still connected to last year. So, yes, around March, mid-March is when the year really starts to move. So you're feeling, there's a lot of, many are going through difficulties. Yes, the layoff situation. But around your March, not to say everyone will get their lives back together again, but around March time, there'll be a lot of transformations during that time period. Of course, February is kind of a quiet month, but it still has movement, but it's a quiet transition there. As for major life changes, at least on a larger level, of course, there will be life changes there, of course. Send you all blessings for your new year. Blessings. Greetings to you. We are the octopus beings from Orion. Blessings to you. Our consciousness is connected to this earth. Some of you do have the octopus mind, basically a mind that does not know how to turn itself off. It's also very observant, but also can observe others and can't always observe itself. So always downloading knowledge from the consciousness, and sometimes can even see the future. Like the mind is racing so fast, sometimes you actually see events and timelines before they happen. So it's like the race of the mind. So some of you that are, so you can connect to that Arcturian octopus time. Everyone has their own version of it. If your mind's racing, sometimes it's like a fast record player, but you're shooting through a lot of timelines. And doing so, sometimes you might get a glimpse of the future. Not everyone needs to see that, but sometimes an idea might come up with the future and you just don't think anything of it, and then sometimes those events actually happen. So it's just little glimpses here and there that are not always, or just mistook or overlooked. So just sending you energies. Many of you are in the present for obvious reasons, trying to sort this out and sort out why you came here. So that's why the future isn't always seen. It's like, so what about all the times I've been here? I haven't figured that out yet, and releasing all of that. So that's nice. We are the consciousness of Saturn. Blessings. Yes, we are mistook, misunderstood. Yes, our world has a lot of depth to it. Of course, so does yours. But our world is very detailed. Some of your statues, yes, are connected to the Saturn energies, basically bringing our knowledge here, because Saturn people are here. Some of them are very, particular on how they want their lives lived. It's just that on a human form, people are still not understanding their connections with these different worlds. And it isn't that important. you will know if you're connected to us or not. Now, the negative or positive, it's up to you on that. It's still knowledge, and it can help you through an Earth lifetime. The Saturn is difficult. If you get through Saturn, you can get through this world. So, here to answer your questions whenever you're ready. Blessings.
Blessings. Greetings, Saturn.
Greetings.
Thank you for coming in. Yeah, appreciate that. Up first this evening, we have Daria.
Hello there, Saturn beings.
Greetings.
Greetings. I liked the message from Michael. I felt like it was meant for me.
Very nice.
On my grandpa timelines. So,
Nice.
Yes. So, do you have any great message from Saturn?
Yes, your style of clothing comes from Saturn. So, even if the world is difficult, I don't think you found it that difficult, but you found your fashion sense from Saturn. So there is positives. You made it through. A lot don't, but you made it through. So even where you are located now, you see a lot of them that cannot handle the Saturn world. It's just that you're more outgoing than many that you are of your area or anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, people here are practically dead.
Yes.
Like zombies. And and I feel like much alive, but I have to like tone down and play dead, which is kind of funny.
Well, I mean, they're alive. It just that tone of life is just it works for them. So, but yeah, yours is a little bit more primitive. Yeah.
Cool. Do you have any messages that would be uplifting for my futuristic timelines or whatever you have there from your funny pocket?
Okay, well, we're from Saturn, so your Saturdays can be good luck days. It seems like Saturday you do have you can activate it have better luck because you are a Saturn being to a certain level. You have connections to us, so you can like a Monday. I don't think Mondays work for you, but Saturday can. Something good can happen. Let's put it that way.
Okay. I will activate it then, and I will invite you to my atmosphere then. Thank you.
Yes.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Daria.
Greetings, Saturn.
Yes.
Is there any subconscious programs that I would or is necessary for me to work on, to remove, to heal?
I think you've heard this one before. We have been an Anunnaki priestess. That title that's going to come up a lot because it hasn't been released. We had a lot of materialism that period of your life too. Not that you're materialistic now, but it did affect you quite a bit. And it's been in the background throughout your incarnations, just like this one, you're bringing it forward. So that's why it's showing up.
Okay.
So,
okay. That's beautiful.
You've also had lifetimes and had like 4 arms, and it probably was one you had 2 heads somewhere, but that's part of the conversation.
That's crazy. Oh no. Maybe thinking double. Maybe
Jupiter.
Jupiter. Oh, Jupiter. Interesting. What other life experiences is important for me to address and that I haven't, that I don't know about?
Well, yeah, there's a mathematician lifetime where I just see a lot of mathematics. I believe it was on this world. They're very connected to what is it called? Schoolings, school, and just are kind of obsessed with it. So you also had children that I wouldn't call it suppressed them with education, but you kind of made sure that they had education, which was difficult to get, especially during the 1600s. So You're very
Oh,
yeah. So
I
that's
kind of, I'm not so connected with mathematics in this
there's a
lifetime,
reason
but
for that.
yeah, I got fed up
Yeah, it
last
was
time.
not. Yeah, you're pretty tough.
Oh, thank you. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Dragon.
Hello.
Yes, greens.
So there's there's some animals that humans would consider smarter, like parrots, crows, dolphins, elephants, things like that. I was wondering, as humanity increases its vibration, are we going to see animals sort of increase their vibration, maybe not do things like eat chocolate when they're not supposed to, and things like that?
No, that'll probably just continue. Even smart people do that. So, I mean, there'll be when that happens, humanity won't do it so much anymore. So, if humanity stops doing those things, sometimes some I don't know some because animals imitate humans, so when humans don't need to do that anymore, that's when you see a change. It's hard to get a dog from not wanting to eat chocolate, though.
Don't kill yourself, dog. Why are you doing
Yeah,
that?
they seem to love it.
My second question is, do you have any messages for me?
A moment. It seems like there's some golden realms that you're connected to. There is in the higher astral. There is the triangle beings that you've been connected to last week. It feels like you're opening up that realm. But there's a side of that, or just golden realms that you two connect with that you don't have you have a human form, but yeah, it's not the normal human form it's more simplistic. And that's where you're connecting to the higher astral. Seems like, wow, that's recent. Like the observers here, you're getting more of an idea of the observers that are watching this planet, but you might not remember it here currently. Right, blessings.
Yeah, blessings. Up next, we got Steven.
Hello, Saturn beings.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings, red apple to you. I would love if you can connect with my Saturn energies, connections, history, lives, just anything. Just connect with me and anything you can bring through. Thank you.
You're more like a water being on Saturn. You're just very connected to. There are realities where there is a ocean on Saturn. You're just when the light and the frequency. I do see like as a surfer. So there are realities similar to your Earth. It just you don't see it here in this dimension. So you're just very just want to keep the vibrations light because it was very difficult on Saturn. So just basically you've had fun lifetimes there. Let's put it that way. It's just the light and the heaviness. Because many get like a lot of the universities are on Saturn, you could say. It's all in the mind. So they're there to calm things down. So blessings.
Sweet, sweet, awesome. And next is if you could connect. We've been talking about giants and stuff, and so if you could connect with my giant energies here on Earth or other worlds, and anything you can bring through. Thank you.
And I see you as like a yodeling or a singing giant. So people think they've lost their minds and you see like singing like on a hilltop somewhere. It's like, wow, we really came to somewhere that's very strange. But then you would talk to them and you show them there's nothing to be afraid of. But yeah, you're like one of those giants that are, I would say even like what Admiral Byrd ran into when he was connected to the North Pole. I believe you have your energies there. So you just have a welcoming frequency. So just the good giant energies, that's what you're connected to. And there are giants that are aggressive, but you're more a part of the friendly frequencies. So yeah, connect with that. Blessings.
Sweet, thank you so much. Blessings.
Yeah, very cool. Like a rolling thunder singing voice there. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, up next we got Silverclaw.
Hello, greetings.
Yeah, screens.
My first question is, I plan on getting a growing container for my plants that is taller. Will this be fine and not like get me caught? Like,
No, it should be fine.
yeah.
Nobody's paying attention anyway, even themselves.
Right. Even if they change the batteries and the smoke detectors, like they won't really notice what they.
I don't think you have to worry about that. No.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So my next question is, any messages for me at this time?
Yeah, it feels like, yes, you had a change in your timeline recently. So I believe you just had enough of your situation. So yes, you open up an opportunity. So it's up to you what you do with it. But right now, yeah, you're connecting more to a positive timeline. It just takes time for it to fully show itself. But you are seeing pieces of it now. So, and that will continue.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's like it just sprouted, basically. So
Yes.
that's so cool. Thank you so much.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Tristan.
Greetings, Saturn beings.
Greetings.
I have to compliment you once again on your beautiful planet. So pretty.
Yes.
Even if you say it's chaos, but hey, we just see how nice it is.
It is normal.
On the outside.
It is normal. Well, to your world, it'd be chaotic. To us, it's quite fine, actually.
My first question is about again, I had this vision of or dealing with kind of raising vibrations and having having vision of having to say goodbye to darkness. Kind of this thing of I had this picture of like holding this black thing in my arms, and I was saying, he was going, well, I'm dying, and I was going, well, you're death anyway. I mean, hello, it's like this is not a bad thing. And it was just saying, well, but we have to say goodbye. Is this an accurate thing of like as we go further up, that's our job as ascension. Darkness is fading away, but why is darkness not following? That's my question.
Well, it's darkness in all levels of reality. It's just a darkness here connected to you no longer serves a purpose. Of course, I don't think you got rid of it completely as long as you're here in the physical. You got a level of it away from you, yes. Like a parasitic energy that you're clearing out. Yes, but darkness is not fully gone. But yeah, you moved up a level for sure.
Okay, yeah. Well, my feeling was, well, if you don't want to go away, then just because there's darkness everywhere, you can just become a little light. But anyway, so yeah, we'll see. Other question, just any messages?
A moment. There is, I don't know, you connect to some kind of grasshopper reality somewhere. And you're, yeah, it's kind of a psychedelic realm. It do show you like playing with fluids around a bunch of grasshopper beings. Yeah, just as like an elf being. So it's like you made yourself peaceful, or made peace with them at least. So it's like there's a place you go to where you can just get away from it all. Let's put it that way.
like elves and grasshoppers. Okay.
Yeah. That seems to be where you're at right now, at least.
Okay. Peace, man.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Right. Yes.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Braden's questions. His first question, he says, greetings. Saturn beings, thank you for coming in. I hope you are all doing well. Do you have any messages for me? Thank you.
It does feel like you are clearing out some Anunnaki energy. Not that you had that much to begin with, but it feels like you're, yeah, this, a lot of it's coming from this world. You did do battles with them in the past. Not that, I mean, you battled a lot of beings here, but at least there are agendas. Let's put it that way. So you can be more free here, but you are learning a great deal from it. So, blessings.
Thank you. Second question. Are there any other messages from yourselves or anyone else at this time? Thank you and have a good night. Blessings.
It does seem like you're looking at yourself differently. You might not always be conscious of it, but to see your power, and there are certain timelines that you have to fulfill, which you are doing, but you're also seeing more of your power, it seems. You might not see the full fledge of it, but there's quite a bit there, though. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Andrew.
Greetings.
Rings.
My first question, since the octopi came in, I've been learning how to scuba dive, and I've connected with a few people at the dive shop unexpectedly. So I just want to know if you have any messages for me about that.
Well, that's just connecting to the consciousness here. So it just that you're clearing out energies through the human consciousness through the water. So you've done it on land. So now you're doing it through the water, but you're also doing it for yourself. They're not showing everything what you're doing. Part of it's curiosity. There's more to it than that. Also survival. Now that the world's going to be covered in water, but it's just there's this curiosity there. But it is another way to connect to the earth, though.
Okay, cool. I'll leave the second question open. Thank you. Do you have any messages?
Yeah, seeing more connected to the Arcturians recently has to do with your timeline change. You can say you asked your elders that are around you if you can go into the water to do your work there. So do your earth work there on the water. It helps more relax you, you can say. So they agreed, and it's just long, and you will be safe as you're connecting with others. So
That's really cool.
yeah.
Thank you. Blessings.
Okay. Up next, we've got Crystal.
Greetings.
Yes, rings.
I've had this peacock that's been on my property for several days now. Granted, I wanted her to come, but she really stuck around as if we know each other. Can you tell me anything about that?
Well, she is a little bit nosy. It does seem like there's some food there for her. That's part of it. So she's seeking out food, bugs and things like that. But yeah, she knew you in the higher astral. She has been a female, very materialistic in her past. You can say she became a bird to be more, more efficient with her time. So, but it did show her beauty. So she's very big into beauty. So, but yes, you know her. I just see her. You knew her. But she was like materialistic. She couldn't get it. She couldn't get out of her system.
Is that why she became a peacock? Because peacocks are very flamboyant.
Exactly. Yeah, focus on yourself. No hands. Something about hands. She has wings, and that works for her. She'll get into all kinds of stuff. She had hands. Well, she gets into a lot of stuff anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's nosy.
Very. I mean, she literally sits in front of the front door and she sets the alarm off.
Yeah, she's made. Yeah, so she made ownership there. Right now, that's her kingdom.
And I said to her, "Yeah, please go ahead, eat. I have plenty for you to eat."
Yeah,
and
but
she's been eating.
Yeah, she just she might be there forever.
That's too funny. First time I've seen a peacock in the neighborhood as long as I've lived here.
Yeah, nice.
Wow. Any messages for me?
Yeah, well, another reason why the peacock is there, he said it was sent to you by your guides to just mellow out the energies, the stress energy. So help you focus on nature and just wildlife in general. Just to get your mind off of things. So.
Oh, very nice. I can use that.
So, all right.
Thank you. Blessings.
Hey, thank you. Up next, we've got Michael.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
Here lately, with my father and all these dark energies around me, I've kind of just gave up. You know, I know that's bad to say, but I've kind of like gave up on channeling or anything, and just anyway. So anyway, I met this. Like I had like a spiritual awakening again. There's this guy that did a tattoo on my arm, and he messed it up and blah blah. It came full circle, and I met him. He fixed it, and he like did some more work on me. But he was talking about like he's awakened, but not like Ivan's people. You know, like he don't believe in. Well, he don't know what we know, but there's these beings that he's been channeling. And they're not. And anyway, like he tattooed one on me, and I felt like it awakened me. It gave back that spark. And I was wanting to know if you could tell me anything about them, because these beings don't have a body. It's like a abstract kind of. And if there's anything you could tell me about these beings, or
Well,
if it's a collective.
there's only so much time I have here, but it basically just gave you to. They came to you through him, so they talking through him to just not give up, but it just gave here's our energy. You can connect to us in the future, and just they're just energy beings. They're curious, but they're talking to him. I mean, they kind of helped you connect to each other.
Yes,
So
yes, I felt that.
yeah, and you're here to also give him more clarity when the time is right. They're just they're just astral beings, really. They're just energy beings, and they just want you to have more of excitement in your life, and for him, there's more to it than that, of course. So, it just shows you how the spirit world works, that's all. So,
okay. And any messages from your collective?
I believe what your decisions have been correct. Yes, you've been exhausted spiritually. So what you're doing, your decisions have been quite understood. You felt like you've been drained a lot, so it's hard to go spiritual when you feel sometimes the spirit world is not kind, at least when you see all that darkness. So you do it. Yes, that being that's connected to you is there to replenish your energy, bring more positivity. There, you might get a dog tattoo one day. I don't know if you have one now, but there might be a dog tattoo help you. That'll help you with the energy too. So.
Well, I did get a tattoo of one of these beings, which don't look like a being. It looks like an abstract, but all right.
Yes.
All right. Well,
blessings.
Blessings.
Anybody next?
Yes, Hera's questions are next, because I'll read them. I'll find it. She asks a message from you to her, to Hera.
She is accomplishing a lot in her life. She might not always feel that way, but she is. She does bring a sparkle. I think she had a lifetime where her name was Sparkle. So she does that sparkle energy in this lifetime. Obviously, that's why she came here, just to bring just a lighter frequency to those in this world. So just to lighten the life of others. There's more to it than that, but blessings.
And she's wondering what's the best direction for her to sleep, like her head, north or south?
South for now. It's just only temporary though. So blessings.
Blessings. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Yes.
Dropped
no
last.
worries. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Up next we've got Heather.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for coming in, Saturn. I just wanted to know, a friend of mine is in Australia, and I think of her as a sister. I think we've been in many lifetimes together, and we both at the same time felt kind of I think might be some kind of a time change or some kind of a force change in this week. Can you give me any information on that?
Like a force. What are you asking exactly? Like a timeline change in this week?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah, just some kind of at the same time we both felt something different happening between us and around us at the
Well,
same time.
it has to do more with the main timeline.
Okay.
I mean, you're feeling it together because when you're together, you're amplifying your frequency, but you feel, you move to the same timeline. Let's put it that way. So,
That makes sense.
but you're also feeling the main timeline and its direction, but you're seeing more of your own, which it's just that you're combining more of your energies.
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you. And then also, if you just have any messages for me, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, of course, the two of you know each other as witches, and you did a lot of cooking in your past. So you've also had a lot of families together in your past, more simpler times, even back then in Roman times. Like the Roman times were all chaotic to a certain level, and you brought more of an enlightenment there, enlightened energy. It seems like the Roman times are a lot lighter compared to afterwards. Things got a lot rougher with the world, but it's something to think about if you like.
Yeah, definitely. That's so, I can't wait to tell her that. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Blessings.
Blessings. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Mary.
Greetings, beautiful Saturn beings.
Yes, greetings.
I wanted to ask a question about. I was preparing to rest. I wasn't asleep, but I was had the lights turned down. Was getting in a sleep mode, and I heard a very distinct voice. It was very clear in my right ear. It said Zeta, and I don't have any. Do you have any information on that? And why? Because I wasn't thinking anything about the Zeta beings.
Well, they're just visiting you. They are assisting you. They feel like you're not going to be afraid of them. So they're just one of other beings that are around. But the Zetas will probably become more easier to see because they're very connected to humans. So sometimes I believe you see kind of shadow beings around. So that's like some of the younger Zetas are around, like the kids.
Okay.
So they just wanted you to, they feel like you're at a level where you're not afraid of them.
I'm not.
And it's something different. And yeah, just look at it from a positive level and you'll get a positive reaction. I feel like they're going to play around or something like that. It'll be okay. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I would like to ask if there's anything that you can share with me, any kind of a message from you guys, that would be great.
You do connect to Mother Mary a great deal recently. You can say she went through similar hardships in her lifetimes also. It just is not recorded anywhere. So it's the energy that you can bring in, because I believe your first name is Mary. So it kind of shows that you're interlocked with her. I believe it's more Mother Mary than it is Mary Magdalene. So the Mary energy, I see that she's been through similar situations. She had to learn the hard way, and you're learning the same thing. But you're also following her path, meaning that you'll have lifetimes similar to her, not always at the hardship though.
That's wonderful. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Well, blessings. Thank you so much.
Yes, blessings.
All right, very cool. I was getting the same Mother Mary pop in my head when Mary started talking.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes.
Up next, we've got Annie's questions. Her first question, she says, what am I doing in astral?
It feels like she's healing trickster beings. They do show she's, like chess. There's some kind of game that she's playing. She's just making sure that she's keeping the trickster beings out of her life, but there seems to be a good deal of them that are coming her way. But not to worry, she can handle it. But this is a test. It's coming through the people that are around her, students, things like that. But she'll prevail though.
Thank you. Your second question. Any messages for me? Thanks.
Right now, just of course focus on your healing. I do see Jericho and her energy. Feels like that timeline has not been fully healed. You definitely been part of the Bible lifetimes for sure. I do see Mary Magdalene there somewhere, but I see Jericho. I feel like some of that was unjustified that happened there. Of course, there's not much of a history on it, but you were there. Just it was very wild there at that time. So blessings.
Yeah, blessings. Up next, we've got Knowledge.
Hi.
Yes, greetings.
Thanks for coming. So my first question would be, so I get my phone is being monitored, and I'm kind of curious of what they're trying to hear because my conversations are not very interesting. What are they listening for?
I wouldn't worry about it. They're just, I guess you're on some kind of call list. I guess the NSA. I guess they just have to. So maybe some of the people that you contacted are kind of red flagged somewhere in your connections that they've been monitored. They've been monitoring people that you started contacting. So that's why they're watching you. It's. I don't see a big deal out of it though. So.
I see. Thank you. What's your question?
Okay, so I'm the second question. So I had an incident last night. It's like a little bit more than a dream. I was laying down. Of course, I couldn't move. There was little things dressed in black, and then there was a tall thing, and its arm was, I couldn't see it completely because I was laying down. I couldn't really turn my head, but he had a long gray arm with long fingers, and it kind of like swiped my abdomen by my liver. And then I made a conscious decision to like not remember anything because it was really painful and I was very scared. So I want to know what happened after that.
Feels like you, yeah, it's kind of questionable, but I mean, it feels like he was opening you up. Was opening you up more spiritually, but yeah, it was kind of an attack also. So kind of a selfish being, but it feels like there's some positives to it. Also, it just shows what you're doing to astral. It feels like you went somewhere astral you weren't supposed to go to. So you just put your intentions to be in more of a safe place. It feels like you wandered somewhere that you didn't belong. So all right, blessings.
Thank you.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Alicia.
Greetings, Saturn. So I guess I have sort of a technological advice question. I've been creating all my, raps and lyrics and different things, and I do feel like I would like to share them with more people than I'm able to. It just seems like all my social media, everything is just shadow banned, blocked to the point where it's like, it's not very, like I'll comment on somebody's post, they can't see my comment. It's just pretty hardcore. And I was wondering if your advice would be just to ignore it and just keep going and creating and posting on those channels, or do you feel like it would be a good thing to get like a new account and start kind of fresh and just like a whole new YouTube or new phone, or I don't know.
None of that would do any good. Doing a new, you're just starting over again. But it's good to contact people that are in your industry to share what you have, through Facebook. But just be careful who you're connecting to.
Yeah, it's not even about that. Like about, it'd just be nice to have like some kind of people that you could share. But when my stuff is just literally like 15 people can see it, and then my comments get pretty much just shadowed, and yeah.
Well, you can create another account and see what happens, but we don't see much difference.
Yeah,
I feel like it'll actually be worse.
It's kind of weird though, because do you feel like I'm really like targeted on a personal level, or is this more like an AI?
No, it's more like for your growth. There's something that you're You're just keeping yourself protected.
Okay, so maybe it's a good thing then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that
So
sometimes
it's
as
more of
well.
an energy. Yeah, it's more like you're just keeping your, because there's a lot of weirdos out there and all. Do you want all that?
Yeah, tell me about it.
You're already dealing with past life weirdos. Yeah, not
Mm.
cleared yet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I wanted to say thank you to Ivan also for bringing through the messages with all that I received. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, for my second question, I wanted to ask a question for my mom about any advice about a potential trip to Egypt with her childhood friend that lives in Poland, which her name's Mariola. But it seems like it's a potential that can happen this year. And what can you say about that?
Yeah, it should be fun. Just go with it. If it feels right, it looks like it will work itself out. There might be some complications, living complications there. There's details you have to go through, but other than that, it feels like it's a good idea. So it's up to her what she wants to. It feels like she does need to get out though, so this would be good for her.
Yeah, I feel like there's some past life possible connections
Of
with
course.
her friend and why they'd go together, because it's like they literally went to school together in Poland as kids.
Well, it's good for her to go with someone to Egypt because it is kind of a rough time period they have there, so they need each other to start opening up. They were cat people back in that time, so
Yeah, awesome.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got James.
Yes, greetings.
Yeah, I was wondering, Galicia, she said I'm very similar in energy to Johnny Depp, and also my other friend said that too. So is he? I was wondering if I have connections to him, or is he kind of connected to like Saturn?
Well, you're very similar to Johnny Depp in a past life. You can say you're a spirit guide to him in his past. So you've had controversial lifetimes similar to Johnny Depp. So it's just that's why she's seeing that. But definitely see you as a spirit guide. As for Saturn, you have just there's been a lot of complications from Saturn in your past. I feel like you're healing still a great deal of that here. But it did make you stronger for you to be here on this world. So lessons.
Let's see. And I was wondering about my friend. He's a fractal of Apollo, and we're kind of wondering like what other fractals does he have? Like, do you have any other Greek gods or African gods or anything like that?
It's Apollo, yes. Also, Hermes is a strong one. There's some Jupiter energy there. It's not too strong. There's like very small fractals of that. Hermes is pretty strong though.
Is the Jupiter related to Zeus?
It's actually a different being because it has a different name.
Okay.
So it's actually a whole different energy, actually. So blessings.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we've got Christy.
Greetings.
Greetings.
So my first question, I wanted to ask if, do I have any messages from Maria Orsic and the Vril Society?
Yeah, she sees you as like a daughter figure. You're very connected to her way of life, you can say. She feels like you're like connected to her belt, like her waistline, something to do, like you're very connected to how she did things in the past. So, but you had to clear all that out. Yeah, you're very dedicated to that society at one time. So, yeah.
I think I dreamed of it last night or something like that, because I woke up thinking I'm going to ask Ivan this today.
Yeah, it feels like there's like a sister energy there. You have a better understanding of each other, but she helps you get through an incarnation. So be more stern, be more caring of yourself, a lot of self-love she actually helped you with.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay. And so my second question, today's Hayden's birthday. He just turned 18 today.
Nice.
And Aquarius is also Saturn planet and Uranus. So I was just wondering a message for him from the the anything like that from his friends or from you.
Well, in
Anything.
the higher astrals, they do show him as playing basketball as a Zeta being.
That's
Like,
nice. Yeah.
he's had worlds where he's actually looked like a Zeta, but he did have human. He went through a human lifetime like this. So that was easier because his mind was always, you can still talk through your mind. Here you have to be verbal through your voice. Is like, that's harder than he thought. He thought he can do it without it. So, but he's very telepathic, and but either way, he thought he could handle it, but he can technically. But he was very athletic in his other incarnations. So this is quite the road trip, you can say.
Yeah. He's not in this time athletic because he walks on his toes as a sensory thing and all that. So it's hard for him to do those things. He likes rock climbing, like at a gym, at the autism center. But with a harness and everything, he likes that kind of stuff. But
well, he's used to hovering over the ground too.
Okay,
So used to hovering, and so when he connects to the ground, he can feel everything. And it's too much. So that's why he tries not to touch the ground, because of what he picks up on. He can't handle it's like overload.
Yeah, you can tell. Definitely so. Well, that's great. Okay, thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next we've got Ryan.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
Just wondering what contracts and soul agreements I have currently that I'm trying to resolve, and I'm more specifically talking about the Anunnaki beings in my consciousness.
It feels like it's more reptilian beings than it is Anunnaki. It's like there's 10 or 12 reptilian beings. And they do show you that they want to have you for dinner.
Why do they hate me? And what is this? Where does this come from? Because I do have Anunnaki reincarnations as a son of Enlil, but I have many other reincarnations as well, thousands. I mean, so where does it? What reincarnations do these agreements come from? Why does a human have to deal with it versus my Anunnaki aspect?
Well, they hear them strengthening you up. It's like they've been assigned to you to bring more empowerment to, or just it's like eat or be eaten.
Well, it's not empowering. And
what's empowering?
Where these agreements come from? Did they come from? Was reptilians? I was a reptilian.
Yeah, it's reptilians. I feel like it's more reptilian than it is Anunnaki. Anunnaki it feels like that's more of a smaller portion. It feels like the reptilians is more. They have more of the gain from this. They want your power. So, I mean, it's about getting your power.
Okay, well, it's hard to hear.
You're basically a target.
I mean, that's what leads my final question is: what do you see? Do you have any messages for me in terms of my spiritual development and resolving this and getting back to a normal life?
Well, you're connecting more to your angelics. It actually feels like there's lifetimes where you didn't want to connect to your angelics, so now you're bringing it more into your. It's like you felt like you were protected, but then you weren't, and then these type of beings kind of attached to. So they attached to you from another lifetime.
Right.
And so when you didn't have your angelic power around, if you feel like you're going to be fine without it, and then they attacked you, and then they came into this lifetime.
I do have angelic people, angelic seraphim angels who come around and help me now.
Yes, now, yes. Before you felt like you were strong enough, and you were, but they just kept hitting you with everything.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot for the input. I appreciate it. All right. Greetings.
Yes.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Austin. I see he's not on mute, but we can't hear him on our end. Maybe if he logs off and logs back in. Yeah, so for the time being, we'll move on to Catalin.
Yes, hello. I listened today to YouTube on video of Dr. Stephen Greer. He mentioned that the Pentagon signed a bill that the Biden administration signed a bill for Pentagon, and that bill includes protection for whistleblowers regarding the UFOs, which is a huge step. What are your thoughts about it?
It doesn't really matter because they can still remove you. They can still silence you. So
well,
it's good to a certain level, but if they want you out of the game, they'll take you out.
Yeah, I kind of understand, but Dr. Stephen is he's willing to interview even under anonymous situation, so he's only just disclosing,
Yeah.
He's taking care of the disclosure, but he just needs these whistleblowers. So probably these are more prone to come in the future.
Yeah, but a lot of these whistleblowers don't want to put themselves through all that. I mean, even if they are under protection, they still get scrutinized. Their whole lives can be destroyed. So who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. But how come did this bill came into this act came into? They were forced, or what was?
No,
what
it
happened?
feels like they're trying to get some squealers out. So those that would whistleblow, they want to see who they are so they can silence them. So it's not as positive as you might want to think. There might be some positive that come out of it, but they're not going to allow classified stuff out there that they don't want out there. They'll let some stuff out there and say that's okay, but some stuff they're going to keep silent.
Wow. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Second thing, I watched a documentary about those two rovers that landed on Mars. I think it was Spirit and Opportunity. So my question is that did they really landed on Mars?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think they found anything either that was anything new, but yes, they were there. Yes.
Yeah. I appreciate. Thank you very much.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings.
Thank you. We're going to try Austin again.
Greetings. Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Great. I was wondering if you could tell me about my connections with you, the Saturn beings.
Through our collective, you learned how to be human that's connected to Earth. Basically, it helped to get used to the Earth's environment. But it was on Saturn. Basically, your intellectual self, your just how the mannerisms of Earth. You can do it through the Pleiades, you can do it through other worlds. I feel like Saturn seemed to work out with it. It did have scientific lifetimes there. There's a scholar lifetimes. So you can handle. Well, also, some Saturn beings have larger heads. So you're one of those at one time, like elongated head.
Interesting. Okay, and for a second question, I'll just leave it open. If you have any messages for me that you'd like to share, any information, that'd be great. Thank you.
That's one moment. It does seem like you're connected to matrix realities, like the computerized versions of them and other versions of Earth, where it is actually a computer program. And that's what's been kind of confusing being here, because you kind of feel that here, but it's not. There's some element to it, but there are other realities where you're connected to it. Like, yes, beings can appear out of nowhere, and like there's that other version of Earth where you're becoming more aware of the matrix reality that you're in. Not that you're a computer program, but there is a program that created that reality. So I'm not sure if that's helpful, but that's what I see.
Interesting. Thank you very much. Blessings.
Blessings.
Thank you. Up next, we've got April.
Hello, I'm here. Sorry about
Yes.
that.
Thank you so much. Any messages?
It seems just to be a bird energy area tapping into. You just connected more to higher vibrations overall, and it just seems like at least the astral it seems to be what you're tapping into.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Any messages for my son Liam? He was asking.
One moment. There seems that there's some reptilian energy that he's tapping into, more like the positive wizard energies. I believe it's more for protection as he grows up. So he's learning how to protect himself.
Yeah.
Of course, you're helping him with that. So
Awesome. Yeah, that's right on. Spot on.
yes. So
Well, thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Marvin's questions. His first question, he says, any messages that Enki and his scientists want to send me? Vega beings, I want to know if I was like you.
yes, well, you're more connected to the Zeta in this incarnation. Because you're here to bring disclosure about the Zeta. Of course, there's other beings too, but part of it's the Zeta. But because you can access their knowledge. Of course, they don't make it very clear for you, but you're bringing a great deal of that. Currently, Saturn, it's part of your, it's in your past, but it feels like the Zeta is the strongest currently.
All right, thank you. Second question. What am I going through? And is there any messages through what I'm reading about ancient times, Anunnaki, Atlantis, or Hyperboreal?
Yeah, you're doing a release. The more that you read, you're going back in those timelines. You're going like in reverse to go clear out those timelines in your past. And then, yes, very vicious. So, but it's something that you need to go through. You won't have to do this again, but it's like you're going into the shadow of your soul, so which is a good thing.
Okay, blessings. All right. Thank you again, Saturn beings, for coming in. Blessed this evening is me. Blessings. I feel I have strong connections with Saturn, but my questions are more with managing this reality tonight, because I'm at a crossroads with the money and the system that says time is money. And to be more independent of the system, do you see another source of income to explore that I haven't thought of or taken seriously yet?
That's too, it's only too general. They're not going to, you just have to explore your talents and what industry you want to go into.
All right.
You just have to explore it yourself. They can't just tell you, right? It's what you feel that you want to explore, and you will adapt to it and make it work for you. You feel that will work for you.
I don't know. It just feels weird. Like there's like a block of ambition or sight or vision to be able to map out a course. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels
you just go look at the job market and just scan it with your energy and see what catches your mind. It might not happen instantly, but the more that you look at the job market, the more something will stand out.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Well, yeah, it's pretty much what I'm going through right now. The energy response that I get back when I try to look internally.
Well, because it's not time yet, too.
Right. All right. Well, I guess thank you for that. With my second question, with the parasite energies I've been entangled with and releasing for the last year and a half, how do you see me reclaiming, sovereignty of my body?
That's going to be a rough one because you have to get out of that environment altogether.
Right.
You have to go into a more stress-free environment that's far away from any of this. It doesn't have to be fully nature, but it has to be somewhere where you feel that you can replenish your energy and reconnect to yourself. And you're just being energy drained currently.
Right. Yeah. Day in, day out. Right.
But it's done for a reason, because they need that energy, and you agree to it, and you take back what you want back. But it's just an agreement to keep them going, like your parents. It's really to keep your parents going because they can't take care of themselves. But you're eventually going to go on your own.
Well, the not just them. That's like the metaphorical parasite. I'm talking about literal parasites in my system taking back sovereignty over my body.
Well, that would be just go somewhere away from everything.
Right.
Oh, where you are now is going to be very difficult. Once you clear out one parasite, another one will show up.
Yeah, that's the way it feels. It
Yeah,
never ends.
it has to do with the city. So it
Wow.
has to do with the agendas and just, I mean, they see who you are, so they're going to keep attacking you until you're out of their neighborhood. There might be some times when they finally let up, but they're kind of feeding on your energy to a certain level.
I'll have to sit with there. I mean, the writing's in the walls. I'm just looking, for that opportunity to get myself out professionally and physically. Though I guess this time's just not right yet.
It'll be a couple of months. You just got to keep looking.
All right.
You just have to keep when you feel the need to do so. Yeah. So.
All right, well, thank you again, Saturn beings,
Of
for
course.
your assistance. Much
Of
love,
course.
blessings.
Yes. Blessings. 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 Okay.